guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Thank you for joining me. A late upload today, but I had to get a video recorded for you guys. I've been on quite the upload streak here on the channel. Thank you so much for the support, guys. It means a lot to me. So today, I thought we'd do something a little bit fun. I want to rank not my top 5 champions of every rarity, but kind of close to. I want to create kind of a dream team of every rarity, at least, you know, the good rarities and rare, epic, and legendary. So I put some thought into this, and I really want to hear, maybe if you pause right now, give me your dream team. If you could only unlock like 15 champions or 5 champions in each category, so you had to build your best all rare, all epic, and all legendary team, who would it be? So I hope today's video will just be fun for you guys, just showing my selections on my top 5 champions on like to make kind of a cohesive team and kind of maybe shed some light on champions that you guys haven't thought about maybe, or maybe you had thought about as being really great champions and part of kind of a cohesive unit as a team. So let's go ahead and jump into it with my rare choices. So it turns out the rare team was the easiest here because I think there's rare champions that are just shine as head and shoulders above the rest of the champions in the rare category. I would have loved to include Frozen Banshee, but outside of Clan Boss, where I think she's top tier as a rare champion, she doesn't have the same utility as you can get from, say, a Kale, so I chose not to do so. Anyway, I went with Bellower. Bellower is amazing. I would put him as my crowd control and kind of quasi-debuffer rare champion on my team. He has AoEs on all of his attacks. I don't think you can go wrong, again, on Bellower, especially in the stun gear. So Bellower is #1 on my rare team. I think he's one of the better rare champions, certainly top 5 rare champion in a vacuum, as well as in any real team composition in Bellower. Okay, so I have Bellower as my crowd control champion. I'm building him in a kind of a support role, and then I have Coldheart as like my big single damage dealer on my rare squad, obviously with the Heartseeker ability. I mean, Coldheart is, in my opinion, I've said this many times on the channel, she is the best rare in the game in terms of end game viability, which I want to. When I invest in a champion inside Raid Shadow Legends, the #1 thing I look for is this champion, especially even in the early game, is this champion going to be solid for me? Is she going to be a ride or die in the mid game and into the end game? The answer is absolutely, resoundingly yes when it comes to Coldheart, so she's going to be my main damage dealer to bosses on my team. Heck, I don't know, I might even have to use her in the arena because I'm limited in terms of options here. Let's go on to my, actually, you know what, I don't have to keep cutting here, right? Let's go to my next champion, guys. He is a high elf, want to guess? He is, of course, on my rare squad. I'm going to be going with Apothecary. Apothecary is amazing. He is probably my second. I don't know. I mean, can you rank these guys? Probably not. They're all great. Apothecary is going to be there for speed and heal. So his speed, buff on all allies for 2 turns, obviously, on a 3-turn cooldown with the turn meter boost as well, and his really great heal on the A2. He's going to be supporting my team, keeping them going. I think so far I'm looking pretty good in the rare squad here, right? I got Apothecary, I got Coldheart, and my Bellower. Now I just kind of have to round things out here, and I'm going to be going with Dark Elves as well here. So let's go ahead and move from High Elves to Dark Elves. And of course, that's right, I am going with one of the starting champions in this game. I'm going with Kale. Kale is the best starting champion inside Raid Shadow Legends, and he's going to be my poison damage dealer. He's going to be helping me out in the arena with his A2, obviously attack all enemies, extra chance at a crit, and then fills the turn meter of this champion by 25% for each enemy killed. And then for his A3 and his A1, he's going to be landing those poisons that I need for Dragon's Lair, which I'm going to be doing the majority of my artifact farming on this, you know, this fictional dream team here. And of course, for Clan Boss, he's going to be my main damage dealer for my all rare Clan Boss squad. You know what? It'd be actually fun to, maybe I'll do a follow-up video if you guys want, and I'll run all these teams, well, not legendary because I don't have all the legendaries on my dream team, but I could run all my epics and all my rares and kind of see how they perform in a follow-up part 2. If you guys want it, let me know in the comments below. Anyway, so rounding out my squad here, I'm going to go over to the Barbarians. Here we go. And of course, I'm going to go with my War Maiden because, you know, Bellower's great for defense down, but it's the weak version. I need the strong version of defense down. So again, I think the rare team is pretty obvious. What about you guys? If you wanted to just make a clan boss team, you could argue maybe forget War Maiden and go with Frozen Banshee, but it's not just for clan boss, it's for everywhere. I'm trying to take champions who I can use everywhere in this game and just do the best I can, right? So again, I have the poison on the A1 there and the decreased defense on the AoE with 100% in a 3-turn cooldown on the A3, which is why I want my War Maiden. Now let's go into the epic team that I have selected here. So this is where things get interesting, right? Moving on to the epics here, there's so many good epics in this game that I sat down making this list thinking this is going to be easy, but then I realized it's just not. So the first choice was I need a good nuker, right? I need a great nuker to help out with the waves in Fire Knight, in Ice Golem, in Dragon's Lair, in Campaign, and in the Arena. So I decided, I think the best 2 nukers, just in my opinion, are Zargala in the Orc and Royal Guard. And I decided to go with Zargala because I think that she's just better in the arena, and both of these champions are going to be my weak spot in Clan Boss, right? So, I mean, I only have 5 champions. I'm going to have to go with one of them. So, you know, I figure, hey, at least she does have the weaken on the A1 to help out in Clan Boss, and I do have a counterattack champion. There's only one, so surprise, surprise. Spoiler alert. So, you know, I mean, we'll be getting the weaken off on the Clan Boss at the very least with her A1, and then I do think that, you know, as far as a wave, a minion nuker in those dungeons, I think that Zargala is in a league of her own. You can make a case for Seer too, so I guess it's maybe a 3-way coin flip, but I decided to go with the old reliable in Zargala. The Devastate is a 2-turn cooldown when it is booked up, and then on the Cracked Armor is just an insane ability, attacks all enemies 3 times on a 4-turn cooldown, and then has a decreased defense there as well. So I think that Zargala is just a tremendous champion. Probably, you know, even Skullcrown is in the conversation too, but I decided Zargala. What would you guys go with between those 4 champions to be kind of your nuker? Zargala is my gal. Next up, I went with, I needed a support champion, right? And you guys already know. You guys saw the intro. Thanks for your votes, by the way. I agree with you guys that I am going to switch up my intros, but I'm going to go with the one without the Gene Wilder It's Alive, you know, for the most part, because that can get kind of repetitive when you're watching a video over and over again, right? So Miscreated Monster is my man. I'm not going to go over his kit because I just did a whole guide on him yesterday, but this shield is insane. He's also going to be my CC champion with the stuns. He's going to keep my whole team alive. He's going to be the champion that I lean on to stay alive in spiders. So Miscreated is pretty much a must for my all epic team. No matter who else is on the team, Miscreated is going to be serviceable on Clan Boss, and that's kind of all I need there. Again, keeping the team alive, even though his shield doesn't do as well in Clan Boss because it's equal to the damage inflicted. But, you know, his kit is great, and I'm going to go ahead and use him. Ally Protect will help out as well in Clan Boss, and of course in all the dungeons in the game, and he'll be on my arena team. So that's Miscreated. Now, next up is going to be, Sepultura, dude, I always butcher her name. I apologize, guys. Get used to it. I suck at name pronunciation. She was in the conversation, but I decided to go with the good old reliable because he's better in the arena, and I need an arena team. I love arena in this game. I decided to go with High Elf. Of course, you guessed it, I'm going with Tyrell. I'm going with Tyrell because he has that defense aura, and he's better in the arena, right? So he has the A2, attacks all enemies, has the decreased defense there, he has the decreased attack. He'll be my Clan Boss lead champion because of the aura, keeping everybody alive with a 25% defense, and then just a great kit, and his A3 preemptive strike actually works really well in the arena as well, and he's going to be my defense down in basically every dungeon. Well, he has to be in every dungeon because he's on my dream team, okay? So I'm going Tyrell, and then I'm going to go with, from the Ogren tribe, so originally I didn't have Skullcrusher on my team, but you know what? Skullcrusher's going to help me out primarily, obviously in Clan Boss, but really in Fire Knight. You know, I didn't want to, it was like I needed Allure or I needed Skullcrusher, because who else am I going to be using for turn meter manipulation? How else can I beat Fire Knight especially when you get into the higher levels, without having one of those two champions on my team in the epic only category. So I went Skull Crusher. Skull Crusher is going to help me out pretty much, everywhere. Again, the only epic in the game with the counterattack ability. He also has some ally protect there. So I decided Skull Crusher was the way to go, especially, Clan Boss, Fire Knight, and then everywhere else, he's not going to hurt my team. He is probably going to be on my arena team too, honestly, because, well, you'll see in just a second here. So next up, this is, the last champion. This guy is only going to, he's not going to be on my arena team, and it's going to be in the Lizardman category. I decided to go, actually, I take that back, in the Skinwalkers category, I decided to go with Steel Skull. He's going to be my debuff cleanser for a clan boss, getting rid of that stun, and he's going to be a big healer on my team, and I thought of it this way. Sure, I don't have the fastest team in the world, but with the support of Steel Skull and the poisons of Steel Skull, and the support and the increased defense, and the support of Miscreated Monster, and Skull Crusher, man, my team's going to be pretty tough to take down, right? And then I can let Zargala kind of do her thing. Tayrell's going to be debuffing. I feel like this is the best that I could come up with, at least, kind of 5 champions to have on the same team to fit every single area of the game without having glaring weaknesses in one area. What do you guys think? I think this team will be OP in Dragon's Lair. It will be really solid pretty much across the board. Steel Skull will be sitting out on my arena team, though. So let's go ahead and move on to the legendaries. So the legendaries were the most difficult by far. You'd think it'd be easy because just you'd pick the best 5 legendary champions and there you go, that's your team. But there's not the best 5 legendary champions, right? There's the best 15 legendary champions, and it's really subjective. But anyway, I thought I put together a team that I was really happy with. Let's see what you guys think. So I had to go with I had to start with who I think is the best champion in the game. We're going to be spending a lot of time in the Undead Horde, so let's start with Siphi the Lost Bride, right? She's incredible. She kind of has this flex option on her A1. She'll be putting some champions to sleep. She'll be healing if the turn meter is below all allies. And then on the A2, it's just an incredible ability in the Whirlwind Romance. Fills a turn meter by 15%, block debuffs, increased defense, and increased speed on all allies for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. Are you kidding me? And then she has the Revival on the A3, and then the passive, well, you guys can go ahead and check out that passive. It's going to be insane, and the idea here is I thought I really went back and forth over whether I wanted to put Rotos on the team as well, and I ended up putting him on the team. I think in a vacuum, Rotos probably isn't. Maybe he is a top 5 champion. I don't know. Like I said, it's so subjective depending on what you want, right? But I decided to put them on the same team to get the full value out of these champions in the eternal bond of Siphi as well. So Siphi is definitely on the team. She's incredible. I already said it, so I'm going to mention Rotos right here. Rotos is going to be one of my main damage dealers. Having Siphi and Rotos on the same team inside the arena is going to make my team S tier right at the get-go. So obviously, you guys know how Rotos works. Just an incredible champion. Puts out an insane amount of damage, and then he has a chance of going even more, and ignoring unkillable is going to help me out as well. Having that extra chance of granting an extra turn in the non-revival, everything in Rotos' kit is going to make him my big damage dealer on my team. And then he'll have the damage, decreases the damage taken by bosses by 15% and decreases by 30%, if Siphi is on the same team. So that's going to help out as well. Just getting all the value here from Rotos, who is definitely one of the top tier champions in the game. So yeah, that's what we're going to go ahead and do with Rotos. And then staying in Undead Horde, we're going to go with Bad El-Khazar. Now, Bad El, again, is a guy that I consider maybe I don't need Bad El on the team, but you know what? Just having that cleanse on the A2 with the poisons to help out against Clan Boss and Dragon and everywhere else really is it's hard to replace that, right? I found myself continuing to go back to Bad El to kind of round out my team. Bad El and Rotos were kind of the 4 and 5 champions that I decided on including on my team. So yeah, Bad El-Khazar is going to be there. Again, just you can't beat that. You can't beat the Malice ability on his A2. So he's going to help keep the team alive. This team is just going to be so incredible, right? You take the 5 of the best legendary champions, put them on the same team. Of course, you're going to be pretty good. Now, originally, I had Krisk on the team, But then I thought to myself, do I even need a provoke and more increased speed defense? No, I don't. I have that covered on this team. So decided to drop him and instead add Rotos. Now, in terms of rounding out the team here, we're going to go right over to Lizardmen, and of course, I'm going to go with Dracomorph. So Dracomorph's incredible. He has this kind of surplus damage on the A1, can put out some serious, insane damage on his A2. 4-time 5% poison for 3 turns. One of the best poisoners in the game. And Draco, in my opinion, with the weaken and the decreased defense on the A3, he's going to be my debuffer on the team as well. Draco, if Siphi is the #1 champion who's on my wish list in this game, Dracomorph is definitely number 2 without a doubt. So Draco is going to be my 4th champion on my team. And then now that I say these champions, like maybe this is an easy decision, right? But this is definitely a dream team if I've ever seen one. I don't have Siphi, I don't have Rotos, and I don't have Draco. I have Bad L, and I have the last champion on the list, because I'm going to go ahead and put Valkyrie on the list as well. I have the revival already on my my Siphi, so I don't necessarily need to include, you know, a martyr or you know, actually I don't have a speed aura for the arena, do I? But I don't think I need it. This team's so beast mode anyway, right? I think I'll be just fine. But yeah, I don't need a martyr or an arbiter, I don't think. But I don't know. You guys can let me know if you think I'm wrong there. I'm gonna go with Valkyrie because I want that counterattack. So it's really between martyr and Valkyrie to end out my team. And I think Valkyrie is the way to go because she's going to be landing the shield onto my team. Think about my team. I'm going to have the increased speed, the increased defense, and then I'm going to have the heal, the cleanse from Bad L. I'm looking pretty good here. And then I'm going to go with the one of the best shields in the game, if not the best ability, shield ability in the game by far. Well, yeah. With all due respect again to Sir Nicholas. Attacks all enemies, plays a shield buff on all allies for 3 turns, and the counterattack buff, and the value of the shield is proportional to her defense, which is the highest in the game at 1597. Yeah, Valkyrie belongs on this team, at least I think so. And then has the turn meter or whatever on the, or excuse me, decrease the turn meter by 10% for each hit if the target has any buffs on the A1. But it's really just all about her stand firm ability on the A2 on Valkyrie, and her passive 2 turn meter will be increased by 10% each time this enemy champion places a buff. That's a great kind of passive to suit and complement the rest of Valkyrie's kit. So there you go, guys. Those are my 3 dream teams. Let me know if A, you like this video idea, and B, if you want me to have a follow-up where I test out the dream teams in action, at least in the epic and the rare category. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for all the support here on the channel. Hope you guys are staying healthy, doing well there. Again, during these COVID times, maybe, you know, you're watching this video a year in the future and you know how things play out and you're happy and safe then too. Either way, guys, thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.